Traditionally, you've had the third line of defense being your internal audit, your second line of defense being your risk office, which is separate from internal audit and from your first line of defense. And the first line of defense is really the operators of the controls. And what we're seeing with technology risk management, essentially what the function is setting up a technology risk management function at the first line of defense to help support the first line of defense and be proactive and predictive related to the risks related to the technology. At the middle, between the first and second line of defense, are acting as a risk function within the technology group.
The line of defense 1.5 serves as an effective consulting mechanism to brainstorm around improved process design, to brainstorm around emerging risks, to develop solutions that better focus the time of the first line of defense and control owners, and to also effectively face off to the second and/or third line of defense during regulatory reviews, internal inspections, or audits.
The three lines of defense was largely an internal audit construct, and the 1.5 lines of defense that we've seen continue to increase, mostly in the financial services space, has been because of the challenge function developed within the business.
First line of defense tends to be your system operators, database administrators, your network administrators, and the various leaders within typical IT operating model towers. And that hasn't changed. Those who own the controls sit in the first line of defense typically. But again, because of how strapped those individuals tend to be in terms of the time they've committed to day-to-day operations, they need more support around streamlining and improving their own process models for internal control and their own process models for identifying, managing, and mitigating risk. Line of Defense 1.5 provides them that extra air cover and provides them that extra brain power, if you will, around IT risk management innovation. Process changes, the use of automation platforms, better use of data, and also providing an extra component of marketplace and vendor and industry surveillance to inform what the first line of defense does for their own company.
The recent developments have seen that the internal audit is becoming more of a detective framework as opposed to a preventative framework, which is more in the first line of defense. Across the range of industries from financial services, healthcare, energy, we've seen an increase of 1.5 lines of defense. The agenda of these 1.5 lines of defense is going to continue to change.